I'm sorry, but we're over. I'm calling off the wedding. You're a loser, and I can't marry you.
What? Are you joking?
No, I'm not. I don't want you.
How can you do this? What's wrong with you?
I don't love you, and I don't even like you. You mean nothing to me.
You're heartless. You're throwing away everything we had, Albert. We planned our future. We booked everything and we invited everyone. It's next month. Have you gone crazy?
Forget it. It's not happening. We can get our money back. I canceled the hotel.
You did what? Without telling me? What about our parents? How could you hurt them? Explain yourself.
I told my parents. They were shocked, but they agreed. They want me to be happy.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am. And you should tell your parents too. I have better things to do than marry you.
What does that mean? Don't you love me? Did I do something wrong? Is there someone else?
No, there's no one else. It's just that I found my true potential. I found a great opportunity and I can't miss it.
What opportunity? What are you talking about?
You wouldn't get it. You're too dumb.
Oh, really? Just tell me.
Fine. You know David, right? My college buddy? He's rich now. He hooked me up with this guy. This guy is a genius. He makes $100,000 a month. And he's 32. And he said he'd let me in on his secret and his team.
Hold on. That sounds sketchy. He didn't tell you what he does and you're in? Just because he's David's friend, you trust him? That's a scam, Albert. Don't do it. Please tell me you didn't quit your job.
Of course, I quit my job. Why would I work for peanuts when I can make millions? And it's not a scam. It's a legit. David was right. He said people would be jealous and doubtful. He said most people are too stupid and scared to understand how it works and they try to stop me. It's because you're all afraid of the unknown.
What? But you don't know anything about it. They didn't tell you anything, right? Something's wrong here, Albert. Wake up. You're being conned.
No way. I'm not being conned. I'm smart. I can't believe how they knew you'd react. They said if you hated the idea, it meant you're dumb and not worthy of me. They said I should dump you and find someone better. So that's what I did. I knew you wouldn't understand. So I left you before you could ruin my chance.
You're kidding me. You dumped me because of them? You're breaking our wedding for some scam? After 3 years? After our parents? After everything, you're giving up on us?
Wedding? Everything? Us? Who cares? I have money and I'll be rich. I'll have any woman I want. Why stick with one when I can have many? I'm young. I deserve fun. Yeah, I don't need you.
What did you say? You don't need me?
No, I don't. You're worse than nothing. You're nothing who's never done anything. You never left the country. You work at a shitty place and make peanuts. You're not even hot. And you have no skills or charm. You're a waste of time and love. I can do better.
How dare you? How can you be so cold? Is that what you think of me? And you call me poor when you make less than me?
Not for long. I'll make more money than you can imagine. Anyway, that's it. We're over. I canceled the hotel and you handle the rest. Tell everyone it's off. I'm meeting my new partner soon, so leave me alone. We have big things to discuss that you won't get. Bye, or maybe you'll see me on TV when I'm a millionaire. Later, loser.
Hey Joanna, it's been a while. How are you holding up? I need to talk to you about something important, but are you free right now?
Hi, Caitlin. I haven't seen you in ages. What's going on? I'm just chilling at home and watching some videos, so I have all the time in the world.
Okay, well, this might come as a shock, but do you remember Albert?
Albert? You mean my ex-fiance? How could I forget that jerk after he left me at the altar?
Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, that was a dumb question.
It's fine. So what about him? You want to talk about Albert? I haven't heard a peep from him since we split up 2 years ago, so I don't know what you expect me to say.
No, it's not that. I have something to tell you. Listen, this is going to sound crazy, but please don't panic, okay?
You're scaring me. What is it?
He's looking for you. He's been asking around for your whereabouts and how to get in touch with his long-lost fiance. That's you, by the way.
What? Fiance? Is he out of his mind? Is that really what he's telling people?
Yes, unfortunately it is. But don't worry, we all know he's full of crap. And most of us are giving him the cold shoulder. You know, some of us got burned by his shady business, right?
Yeah, I know. Many people lost a fortune because of him. I'm so sorry for the mess he's making.
You don't have to apologize, Joanna. It's not your fault. You're not his keeper. I just wanted to warn you about what's happening so you can be careful. We've all agreed to not spill the beans on your info, so you're safe there. But with social media these days, you never know who might leak your identity.
Thanks. I'm really lucky to have friends like you.
Hey, I know you would do the same for me.
Absolutely.
So you haven't seen anything fishy lately, right? Keep an eye on your back. He might show up at your work or something.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be on guard. And no, I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary, but it's infuriating to know that he's still calling me his fiance after such a nasty breakup. What the hell is he up to?
Well, about that. I think I have an idea. I don't know how or where he got wind of it, but it's about the money you inherited.
What? How the hell did he find out about that?
Well, it's a guess, but I think he put two and two together after your granddad died a few months ago. He was a big shot politician, remember? His funeral was huge and made the headlines.
Yeah, it was insane. He had so many friends and allies from his party, not to mention his business contacts and associates. Me and my parents were swamped by the crowd of people who came to pay their respects. It was nice to see how much he was admired, but we were so exhausted by the end, we barely had any energy left.
Dealing with such a huge funeral must have been exhausting, but let me tell you about Albert. He probably saw it on the news and started snooping around for more details on your granddad. Since he was a politician and a businessman, he must have found some sources to get some dirt. And now he knows everything about your granddad's legacy, including his investments, properties, and assets. He's spreading rumors that you inherited a fortune of at least $1 million.
What? How dare he make such claims? And prying into things like this is just wrong. He's acting like a stalker.
But that's not all. He has the audacity to say that you need his help to invest your money wisely. He thinks you're clueless about money matters without him.
What? That bastard! He's still the same old jerk.
Trust me, some of us try to give him a piece of our mind, but a gold digger is a gold digger, and trying to profit from someone else's inheritance is just despicable. We've done our best to shoo him away, but he's persistent. He keeps harassing us, saying we must know where you are and stuff, so watch out, okay?
Yeah, thanks. I owe you and the other girls a lot.
Don't mention it. We've got your back. Just make sure you avoid him if you ever see him. Otherwise, you'll be in for a lot of trouble.
Got it. Don't worry. I think I can deal with him if he ever shows up again. Thanks for the heads up.
Hi, Joanna. I finally tracked you down. Do you have any idea how hard it was to get your number? How could you just change it and not tell me? Your fiancé. You know, no one would give me a clue about where you moved or where you work now. I had to get your number from one of your grandpa's friends.
I'm speechless. How could you have the nerve to text me?
Look, I'm sorry I took so long to come back to you. It must have been awful waiting for me. But don't worry, I'll make it up to you. I'll make you happier than ever, just like I promised. Now, come and run into the arms of your Prince Charming. I'll keep you safe from everything.
You freaking lying scum! How dare you pretend we're still together? 2 years ago, you were the one who dumped me. You said I wasn't good enough for you, and you said you'd be seeing other girls. The only reason I'm not blocking you right now is so I can stop you from spreading more lies about us. I know everything you've been saying, so don't even try to deny it.
Ah, don't be so sassy. That's what I love about you. You always keep things interesting and we never broke up. It was more like a break. You know how some people take some time to find themselves before committing to a relationship? That's what we did. But even if we weren't together physically, I was always with you spiritually, honey. You're my soulmate after all.
Shut up and get lost, you moron! You're completely delusional.
Oh, come on, my darling Joanna. Don't be so upset. You know I loved you all along. I'm sure you felt my vibes reaching out to you all these years.
Oh my god, what's wrong with you? Did you join some weird cult after starting your shady business? Do you need to see a shrink?
Hey, relax. I'm not in any cult. And it seems you don't know the whole story from your friends. I'm not involved in that business anymore. David and his buddy are running it now. I said terrible things back then, and I'm really sorry. But I finally saw the error of my ways. I quit the business and now I'm living a simple, peaceful life.
You failed miserably with your business? What happened to being a genius and a pro?
It's not like that. I did make some money for myself, but I lost everything else. It was too much for me. I had no friends, no fun, no life. I realized this wasn't what I wanted. That's why I left the business.
Stop lying. I already know what happened. Everyone ditched you because you scammed them. What a pathetic way to make money. Stealing from your own friends?
Sorry. I shouldn't lie to you. You're right. I can't hide it. I screwed up big time and lost all my friends. That made me realize that life is worthless if you don't have someone you love by your side. That's why I came back to you, Johanna. I'm truly sorry for what I said. You can say whatever you want. You're right. I was a fool and a jerk to push you away and chase after easy money. But please, give me another shot. I can't breathe without you, Johanna. Out of all the things I've lost, losing you was the worst. I need you with me. I can't go on like this. Please forgive me. I finally understand that money is nothing. Life is empty without someone special to share it with. And Joanna, that's you. You're my soul, my sun, my reason to live.
You're so deluded if you think I'll fall for your sweet talk. I don't think you remember how much you hurt me and betrayed me. Here, let me remind you of what you said to me back then. You called me a nobody. You said I was worse than a nobody because I never traveled the world. Then you said I had no beauty or charm. And you said all this right before our wedding. There's no way I'll ever take you back, even if you were the last man alive. Now leave me and my friends alone. If you've really learned anything from your miserable life, then prove it. Live humbly and make new friends. Start over, but keep me and my friends out of it.
Joanna, please don't do this. Come on. I'm sure there's a part of you that still thinks of me and misses me. You know how I feel, right? Even if you have a lot of money, it's useless without someone to love. Even if you inherit $3 million, you can't buy happiness with it. How does that compare to being with your soulmate?
What the hell? Where did you get that number, you creep? I was so careful not to tell anyone about this. Not even my best friends know how much I inherited.
Don't be silly. You underestimate your fiancé. Of course, I know everything about this. We're meant to be, right?
For the last time, you're not my fiancé.
You can rant all you want, but you can't hide the money, darling. It was easy to figure out the amount after finding out about your granddad's assets and properties across the country.
You're kidding. How did you get all that information?
I just told you. See, this is why you need my help to handle everything.
Screw you.
Well, you shouldn't underestimate me. With the skills I learned while working, I managed to get some insider info from some of my old contacts. But don't worry, Joanna. I won't tell anyone about this. Imagine what would happen if the truth came out that you had $3 million in assets. All those random callers and long-lost relatives would be after you non-stop. You'd have no peace. So don't worry, your secret is safe with me. But if you say we're not getting back together, then I can't guarantee what I might say when I'm drunk or with friends. I might just let the number slip.
What? Are you blackmailing me?
Blackmailing? No, of course not. I would never blackmail someone I love. I'm just joking with you. Look, Joanna, I'm serious. I really want to get back with you and live with you. I even bought a place in the city near where we used to go for dates. It's going to be our new happy home.
What? You bought a place?
Yep. See how committed I am? Sure, it cost a lot. But with the inheritance money you got from your grandpa, it's no big deal, right? So, come on. Let's tie the knot and pay it off ASAP. I can't wait to see the city from our home together. We can enjoy the night view from our couch. It's awesome, and I know you'll love it.
What?
Come on, Joanna. Don't hesitate. I know you're lonely. There's no need to be shy. No one would want to date someone who was abandoned before her wedding. They would think you're weird. So you'll probably stay single for the rest of your life if you don't come back to me. But if you marry me, you'll have me. And I promise you, I'll always love you. Let's get married and move to our new home. The city life is waiting.
What do you want from my wife? Could you be clear and stop harassing her?
Huh?
I asked you a question. What do you want from my wife? I think asking a married woman to live with you is very inappropriate. Now stop wasting our time and explain why you're doing this to her quickly, before we call the cops.
What? Who is this? Stop messing around, Joanna. A little prank is not going to work because I know you're single.
Go on. Why don't you answer? You would have seen for yourself. Seeing is believing, right?
You've got to be joking. Who the hell are you?
All right. I haven't introduced myself properly. My name is Henry, Johanna's husband.
What? Joanna got married?
You may not have heard, but we got married a year ago. On the other hand, I know a lot about you. You're that sketchy ex who broke Johanna's heart right before the wedding to chase some dodgy business. I believe you also ripped off some of your friends, am I right? Well, anyway, you're history to Johanna and have no business in her life now. So please get lost.
What the hell? I'm not history. I'm still the star of Joanna's life. I can't believe this is happening. This means Joanna's been cheating on me all this time.
Cheating? Really? That's some warped thinking you have there. I don't think it counts as cheating when someone moves on after a breakup, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised by your reaction.
Oh, shut up, you filthy homewrecker. You don't know anything about me.
Actually, I know quite a lot about you. One of Johanna's friends warned me about you. She told me everything you did and what you were up to in the last few years. I also did some research myself. Johanna's friends told me to keep an eye on Johanna since she might have trouble talking to me about you, an ex-fiance. So naturally, I've been watching Johanna closely for the past few days and noticed how she's been looking at her phone for the past hour with an angry expression. And it turned out to be you. The long wait and observation paid off, I guess.
You sick, twisted freak. Give me back my Joanna. She's mine. I was with her first and we were engaged. I have the right to be with her, not you. Give her back.
You're too late. You dumped her 2 years ago, and now she's married to me. All your claims are pointless now. Leave her alone and start a new life somewhere else. Don't contact her again if you don't want to deal with the police.
Please, Joanna. He's a fake. He's playing you. He only wants your inheritance. He doesn't give a damn about you. He doesn't love you. But I do. We belong together. Come back to me, Joanna. Please.
Not you again. I should have blocked you. Didn't my husband warn you to stay away?
He's not your husband. He's a snake. I'm your true love. Not him. How could you marry that leech? He's after your money. Why else would he marry you? A dumped bride. Lonely and pathetic. No one would want you, right?
How could you say that to me? First, we married before my grandfather died, so Henry didn't marry me for money. Second, get over yourself. I can attract other men. You're not the only one.
No, Joanna. You're gorgeous. You always were. I just want you back. Please, Joanna, come back. I bought a dream apartment for us in the city. Our home is ready.
Stop it! I have a loving husband. Face it and leave me alone.
Fine. You don't have to marry me, but we can be lovers, right?
You're crazy. I don't want you. I'll never go to that stupid apartment. Stop dragging me into your mess. Fix it yourself, idiot.
What? What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. I know everything. You're not the only one who can dig up dirt. Thanks to my husband, I know your situation.
Situation? Don't be silly. Everything is fine. I'm a successful businessman.
Really? Well, I heard you paid for that apartment with investors' money. You make a lot, but your business tanked and people want their money back.
Well, sometimes things go wrong in business. It's normal.
Sure, good thing you haven't been exposed yet. That's why you're paying them off to keep quiet. And since you're paying them, you have no money to pay the apartment loans or even live decently. So you took out personal loans and now you're drowning in debt.
What? You know that?
Yeah, and that's why you ran to me when you heard I inherited from my grandpa. You're desperate. You tricked his friends to get his assets, and you figured out how much I got. You're a loser and a creep. You can go to jail for that, you know?
No, I'm not. How can you say that? I love you, Joanna. That's why I'm here. I can only be weak with you. You're the one.
Ugh, stop. You disgust me. You're not here for me. You're here for my money. It's all clear now. I want nothing to do with you. Now get lost and never bother me again.
No, Joanna, please. Don't do this to me. You know my situation. Don't you pity me? There's still something in your heart for me, right? We were going to marry. That matters, right?
No, I don't pity you or want to help you.
What? You're so mean. Please.
No, you get nothing from me. Not even a nice word. I suggest you sell that apartment fast and get your money back. That's the only help you get from me. Bye.
Joanna, is it true? You got $10 million? There's a wild rumor going around.
$10 million? What rumor? Where did you hear that?
Albert's been telling everyone that you got $10 million from your granddad, and he's saying that Henry married you for your granddad's money. People didn't believe him at first, but you know how money talks. The rumor is spreading fast.
Why won't this jerk leave me alone? What do I do now? People are going to bug me. Damn it! Should I get a lawyer or something? I can't handle this by myself.
So it's true? You inherited $10 million, and you didn't know your granddad was rich?
No, I didn't get that much. Albert is lying to cause trouble. But it's true that I got some money from my grandfather. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I felt weird about sharing this. It feels like bragging about something I didn't even earn. I'm sorry if I hurt you.
Don't be silly. You have the right to keep it secret. I totally get it. And since you told me your secret, I'll tell you mine. You're not the only one who inherited it. I also got a lot from my grandmother. She loved me and gave me something very valuable. I went from normal to rich in a day. It's crazy when you realize you own a building in the city.
What? She gave you a building? Wow, you never talked much about your family. What did your grandmother do?
Well, you see, my grandmother was a famous designer, and I hid that so people wouldn't bother me or use me. I didn't want to doubt people's friendship, so I stayed quiet when family came up. Anyway, long story short, it's normal and okay to keep quiet about these things if you want to avoid trouble. So don't feel bad, okay?
Thanks, Caitlin. You're a great friend. But I don't think everyone will be like that. I bet there will be people asking me for favors because of this stupid rumor. What do I do?
Don't worry, Joanna. I have a plan. You haven't got any questions yet, right?
No, I haven't.
Good. That means my plan worked.
What plan?
Well, when people heard you inherited, they were curious, but they didn't want to be rude and ask you. So they called or texted me since I'm your bestie.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That must be annoying.
Don't be. It's fine. I had fun with my little experiment. Every time someone asked me about you, I said the same thing. I said you gave most of the money to charity because you felt it wasn't yours and you wanted to honor your granddad's legacy.
Wow, thanks.
Wait, that's not all. The best part is what I said next.
Okay, tell me.
Then I mentioned how Albert bought a fancy condo in the city and hinted that he must be rich to afford that.
No way.
Yep, then everyone switched to him.
Wow, you're amazing. I couldn't handle this like you.
When my grandma died, I thought of ways to deal with people if they came for the money. And people buy it when you say you gave it to charity. They think it makes sense if you can't handle a big inheritance and want to do something good. And you know how everyone hates Albert for scamming them. So hearing that he has money for a condo made them feel entitled to get something from him. So now they're after him, not you.
Oh my god, you're a lifesaver. Thank you so much.
Hey, that's what friends do, right? But please don't tell anyone about me or my grandma. You're the only one who knows besides my family.
Of course not. I won't tell anyone. I owe you big time. How about I take you to dinner at that new restaurant downtown? They say they fly in the ingredients from Maine every day.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. I'm in.
You're okay if Henry joins us, right? He helped me a lot too, and I need to thank him.
Sure. I know he was worried too. Especially with Albert stalking you.
Yeah, thanks for warning him about that. I don't know how I would have dealt with Albert without his help. I'm so lucky to have you both. Let me know when you're free and I'll book a table for us.
Okay, we'll let you know as soon as I check my schedule. Oh, and I'll update you on Albert if anything happens.
After that, Caitlin returned with a shocking update on Albert. He had kept his new apartment a secret from everyone, even his closest relatives and buddies. But word got out and he was flooded with pleas for help. Some people even claimed he owed them money and demanded he repay them with interest, since they had helped him out when he was struggling with his business. He had to sell the apartment in less than a month. He couldn't handle the constant pressure of the calls and emails asking for money and favors. He lost everything he had. No home, no savings, nothing. People soon figured out he was a fraud and cut him off. His credit was ruined, and he couldn't get a loan from anyone. His old company went bust and his old friends were locked up. Now he's stuck in a dead-end cycle of working multiple jobs, barely making ends meet, and drowning in debt.